let's talk about 15D together. Now, as you can see over here, all right, for 15D, I'm just going to write it out. All right, it says x squared y minus 3x y squared minus 4y cubed. Correct or not? Now, but before I even use cross factorization, you realize that you can find something common. Right? What is common over here? Y is common. So we are going to take out y first. Make sense? So what am I left with? I'm left with x squared. I'm left with 3xy. I'm left with 4y squared. Okay, because I'm taking one y out. Make sense? Now, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use cross factorization for this part. Okay? All right, so as per usual, again, draw it out. All right, x squared is over here. Negative 4y squared is over here. Negative 3xy is over here. Okay? Well, everyone should know for x squared, it will be just x times x. Agree so far? All right, for x squared, it will be just x times x. So we have x over here, we have x over here. Simple as that. Right? But for the negative 4y squared, that will be a little trickier. But let's list down negative 4y times y. There's one possibility. 4y times negative y. There's also another possibility. All right. Of course, we have 2y times negative 2y as well. Right? Then we get to negative 4y squared. We can also have negative 2y times 2y. Okay, no difference. That's it, right? Now, but when I look at where I want to get to, what is it that I want to get to? I want to get to negative 3xy. Agree? So, because this is more complicated, what do I tell y'all? I tell y'all to work backwards. Agree? How do I get to negative 3? You can see that actually the last two cannot be the answer. So I'm just going to cancel them. Make sense? I'm just left with the first two. Okay? Now, if I want to get to negative 3, I will need 1 and negative 4. Am I making sense here? I will need 1 and negative 4. Right? So that's what I meant by work backwards. Am I making sense here? I don't know where should my x be here, should my y be here? I think that doesn't really matter. Understand? Now, so if I want this to be negative 4, then this has to be, so you can see this is x. Agree so far? Then this has to be negative 4y. And therefore, over here, I add a y. Make sense? Because you can see over here, x times negative 4, isn't that negative 4xy? Make sense? Right? So I am actually using the first one. So I'm just going to put a tick over here to remind myself. Then over here, I will just put a y. Okay? So therefore, over here, you get to 1xy. Okay? So when you do 1xy minus 4xy, do you get to negative 3xy? Let's see. Let's draw a timeline. 1xy over here, correct or not? I move back how many times? 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So you get to 0xy, you get to negative 1xy, you get to negative 2xy, and finally, my goal of negative 3xy is met. Okay, so therefore, your answer for this question, again, horizontal, horizontal. So what am I going to use? I'm going to do this y bracket x plus y, x minus 4y. Okay, so this is my answer for this question.